Good morning, or afternoon, sorry. First of all, I would like to thank Make-A-Wish Foundations and Prime Minister Trudeau and his amazing staff for this amazing experience and getting this done as soon as possible and making my wish come true to be Prime Minister of Canada for a day. My name is Aiden Anderson, and I was born with congenital heart defect, and it's called Epstein's anomaly. I've had 4 open heart surgeries in my life and many ambulance rides and hospital visits. During my 3rd open heart surgery, they did what is called a maze procedure in order to correct electrical problems inside my heart so that when I run, my heart does not beat too fast and they do not have to shock my heart back into normal rhythm with an AED. Growing up with congenital heart defect was not easy because everything was stacked against you, including the weather. If it was too hot, it would make things impossible for me. It would be hard to breathe. If it was too cold, same thing. Even with school activities such as playing soccer or football or baseball was also complicated because I could not run as fast and as much as the other kids. Ever since I learned about my heart condition, I've wanted to help raise awareness for many people across Canada living with CHD, whether they're adults or children, which is why I partnered up with CCHA, the Canadian Congenital Heart Alliance, which is, so far as I know, in London right now. And we meet with the mayor of London from February 7th to February 4th. And on that week, he lights up all the lights in City Hall red to raise awareness for kids and adults living with congenital heart defect. I would very much like to thank Make-A-Wish again. This has been a very memorable experience, and I will never forget it. Also, I'd like everyone here to please remember my name, Aiden Anderson. That way, when I run for Prime Minister later on in life, you can all vote for me. Thank you.
Questions?
Sorry. Any questions?
What you've done so far today and what's still on the agenda for you?
I've done a lot today. I've gone to a couple press conferences, from being on CTV News to radio. Apparently back in London, I'm all over the news right now. Other than that, I have just been taking a tour of our lovely Parliament building here. I've seen the House of Commons and many different things. I wanted to see the tower, but unfortunately it was closed.
With the Prime Minister today, and what message will you have for him?
I am meeting with the Prime Minister today, and I'm just going to be asking him a couple questions. Nothing much, like nothing about anything political with Canada, not too much about budgeting or anything like that. Just some random general questions that I had been thinking of ever since I started this wish.
What questions?
Like, how does Canada intend to help other countries, like countries in Africa and the Middle East who are in such big trouble with terrorism and warlords? And I think that that's something that doesn't get focused on as much, and I really want to know if there's anything more that our government is going to do to help them, because they are like us. They are good people, and they deserve to live a long and happy life.
Highlight for you, what's the highlight so far since you've had this experience?
Just being here in Ottawa today with a RCMP escort that I had yesterday too, taking place in a RCMP Special Forces exercise with a fake hostage situation. That was pretty exciting. Everything so far has been exciting. I've been with the RCMP all of yesterday. I got to tour the Governor General's house and learn the history. I even got to go to the kitchen, and apparently not many people get to go there. They even made cookies for me. They were amazing.
Center Block, this building will be closing this month for about 10 years, so you're probably the last Make-A-Wish Prime Minister in Center Block for a long time. So what does it mean to you to be here today?
It means a lot. I had originally applied for this wish since the end of grade 7, and I still am very excited. And I kept thinking to myself, like, I don't care how long this takes, this is going to be worth it. This is going to be worth everything that I've had to go through in my life, and so far it has been. And I think that this place is awesome as it is already, but obviously there needs to be some changes, and I look forward to coming back sometime and seeing if they're going to do anything with the outside, maybe even doing a tour as a non-Prime Minister later on.
Was there a favorite spot that you got to check out today here in Centre Block, something that stood out to you?
Yes, my favorite spot so far has been the House of Commons, just being in the same place that our founders were in, discussing how Canada is going to be a country, how everything about Canada has happened over the last few years. Every decision has just been breathtaking. I even got to sit in some of the chairs. I also found out that Prime Minister Trudeau, he does not have his name on his seat because apparently some people will try to steal it. I guess it's just kind of like, oh, look, I got the Prime Minister's name. I did, and I sat in, I believe it's the decider's chair in the middle of the room. I got to sit, I got a couple pictures. It was breathtaking in there.
What made you want this to be your wish? You could have wished for other things, I'm sure. Why did you want to be Prime Minister for the day? Or 2 days?
I wanted to be Prime Minister just because I've always been fascinated with politics ever since I understood it, when I got into it a little bit more in grade 7. Once the Trump elections were happening, I wanted to know what was going on. Everybody was speaking in sort of like this, almost like pig Latin that I wasn't understanding, like budget cuts, everything like that. And I was like, okay, well, I want to understand this, so I got to find out. And then when I found out about how similar Canadian politics are to American, I got into it, and I realized that just like our country, there are many other countries out there that also need our help and also need the support of many people in NATO and any other alliance. And that's when I started thinking about developing countries who could very much use our help. And I just thought to myself, well, maybe I could try and do something about it while I'm there. Maybe I can talk to Mr. Trudeau and see if maybe something could happen. I don't know. I've been excited. Any other questions? Thank you. Goodbye.